What up, YouTube? It's your boy I Fit In, and tonight I'm getting ready to make some spicy shrimp. So I'm going to show you how that's going to go and what that's going to look like, the process of making it, and the final product, of course. And I'm even going to react to me eating it. All right. So shrimp is not naturally spicy, so I'm going to show you everything that's going to go into making this spicy shrimp. So of course you need the shrimp. And this is raw, this is not cooked, it's not pre-cooked, it's something you literally get in the raw section. Well, all the real fish, not the artificial stuff. So we're gonna have that. We're also gonna use some garlic powder. Now, I know what you're thinking, garlic is not spicy, but it does attribute to things that are spicy when added to it. So, next one up, Tony's. We're gonna use some Tony's seasoning salts. Now we're gonna get to the spicy. We're gonna put some garlic jalapeno in there as well. Jalapenos are spicy. We're gonna put some of that slap your mama on there. Last but not least, Tabasco sauce. So yes, this shrimp is gonna be pretty spicy. Stay tuned. So right now I have the shrimp. I had to put it in some hot water to thaw it out. And what happens now is pull the shrimp out, peel it. This is the longest part of it, the most miserable part, besides the waiting. The waiting is probably the longest, waiting on it to cook. But that's the fun part, so I don't mind that. Put the shells in the sink and then put this right back in the warm water. And then grab another one. And get the peeling. Obviously, you guys are not gonna watch me peel every shrimp, just two. So I'm finished peeling all the shrimp now. This is what's left over. That's what it looks like. Ugh. So now we get a Walmart bag. We do this. Put it on like a glove. Grab all the shrimp armor or skin, whatever you call it. Put it in the bag, dispose of that. And this next part is very important because this is where being sanitary, and avoiding getting sick comes in. So we're gonna have to scrub and clean this multiple times because it's gonna be used to drain this, old raw water. So I'm gonna pour it in there. That way I can get rid of everything that we don't need. Shrimp is gonna go in there. This bowl is also gonna get washed a lot as well. The reason it have to get washed is you don't want anything left over from the raw shrimp to mix with the cooked shrimp. That's how people get sick. Not sure if you can get salmonella from shrimp, but I do know that you can get salmonella doing that with chicken, so we're gonna avoid that with shrimp as well. I kind of get the feeling that shrimp is just as dirty. So we're also gonna rinse these shrimp off with some hot water. And this bowl is getting scrubbed right now because I'm also using this bowl to lather and saute the shrimp in with the seasoning that we're putting. So make sure the scrubber gets it nice and soapy while the shrimp is being rinsed. Rinse it out. It's coming along quite nicely. And voila, clean bowl. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start putting the ingredients that we're gonna put the shrimp in. So shrimp goes into the bowl. I'll have to scrub that again. So since hot sauce is nice and wet, I'm gonna go ahead and pour the hot sauce in there first. Yes, it's necessary for me to put a lot in there. We're gonna lather up the shrimp and all this stuff, and then we're gonna let it sit in this stuff as well while I wait to cook it. Go ahead and put that slap your mama on there. I find it very amusing that this is actually named that. Go ahead and put the garlic powder next. Tito's. Not so much of the Tito's because it's pretty salty. Last but not least, garlic jalapeno. Okay. So now, next step is me lathering it up. Yes, I have to use my hands. Those of you that are like, ew, that's nasty, grow up. This thing is gonna be cooked at a high temperature, and I washed my hands before I did this. That's another thing, that's a message, y'all. Wash your hands before you cook. Don't be cooking nobody food with your dirty, stanky hands. Nice and lathered up. Don't want to miss an inch of a single shrimp. Don't want to miss a centimeter of a single shrimp. Oh yes. Nice. So, want to lather it up until the shrimp looks like this, where you can see it all on the shrimp. Okay. Camera might not be catching as much of it as I can see, but you get the idea. You can see that it's all over this stuff. So now, we let it sit. So, while the shrimp is sitting, and that sauce I made, then scrub this out again because it'll have to be used again to drain the grease after I fry the shrimp. So make sure I clean it up nice. By the way, this is a scrubber that when you squeeze the top right here, soap comes out of this little compartment right here directly into the bristles, allowing you to easily scrub and not have to go through a process of making the rag or whatever you scrub with soapy. And you get the job done faster. Now the tricky thing about this is, it has holes in it. So germs get on the outside as well as the inside of this. So you want to scrub both sides thoroughly, where it looks very, very, very soapy, like this. You probably can't see that. And we rinse it out. And then you leave it in the sink because where else am I gonna drain the grease to, right? Here's another very important process. What you fry it in. So you don't want to do any oil that's way too thick and it's gonna seep inside the shrimp and make it taste all greasy and stuff. That's not too healthy. So it's extra light tasting olive oil. Another thing that people neglect is when you put the olive oil in, like so, what you're gonna fry with, you also want to put a dab each of the seasoning that you'll be using to flavor the shrimp. Just a little bit. Because the sauteing process and lathering it up in the seasoning doesn't do enough to make it taste boldly like what you're trying to get it to taste like. Alright, I really didn't know how to articulate that. Yep. That's how we do that. Pour a little bit more, the light olive oil. And I forgot my stirring utensils. You always want to have something to stir it with, so that way the oil mixes with the seasoning. Just like that. You don't really need to see me stirring it up for 5 minutes. So now it's time to start putting the shrimp in there. Shrimp's been sitting in there for a little bit. Ooh, look at that. Yes. Been sitting in the bowl for a little bit. Now they're ready to be cooked. Taking them by the spoonful. Because this mix I made, as it sat down, like sat for a while, it got really thick. So it's not super runny and it's not staying on the spoon as I pick up the shrimp. Literally have to like scoop up a bunch of it for that to happen. I'm getting excited. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I really like shrimp and I like spicy stuff. Son gets it from. Stay tuned for the final product. All right, so these are gonna be a couple of my tasters. They're gonna taste along with me. So you're not just gonna get my reaction, you're gonna get hers and his if he wake up. But yeah, just a few minutes to wait. Yeah, good. All right, y'all, so the last step before we eat, drain that grease. I only have one ever, so other hand gotta pull this. And yes, it's still sizzling because it's hot grease. So it's not gonna calm down anytime soon, but I don't want it to continue cooking any longer, so I've got to dump the hot grease out. Yes. Now you're about to see the rub. Well, all right, guys, here goes nothing. And it's good. Watch, y'all. She gonna like it. Girl, eat the thing. Eat that. Yeah. And it's good. Go on ahead and finish it because it's good. She gonna front, y'all. Say it louder. Say it louder. Come on, this thousands of viewers are gonna see this. Give you an honest opinion. She said it's good, but she don't want to say it loud. I deserve that. Whatever. Well, there you guys have it. Spicy shrimp.